Here we have a nice piano sound. Those chords can inspire us to write a song, but they don't have much character and flavor. They are just piano chords. Now listen to this. All of a sudden, those chords have a really strong character, a direction, and an immense amount of depth. This transformation you just saw is exactly what Gorgeous does. It either helps you start an idea or add depth to an idea you already started. I want to give you a little walkthrough what's inside the pack and the different ways you can use it. In the collections folder, you're gonna find 16 song ideas with up to 10 layers each. Let's open this one here. We have a drone, an Atmo guitar, another Atmo guitar, and if we put this all together, we get a full Atmo. Now you can already take this or one of the layers and try to find chords that fit this Atmo. But if you can't find any chords, you can simply go to the MIDI collections folder and pick one of the chord progressions from there to transpose it to the key of the Atmo. You will be surprised how many chords actually sound good with this Atmo. And you could also just use a single layer of the Atmo instead of the full one. Now let's go back to our collections folder. You can see that there are additional loops which are bass and chord suggestions. All the collections have the same structure and come with bass and chord suggestions in case you want to use this as a starting point for your song. But let's say we picked an Atmo and don't want to go with the pre-made chords. So we can come up with our own. Now what can we do from here? This is where the individual loops folder comes in. It has the same content as the complete collections folder, but it's differently organized so you can easily find the type of sound you're looking for without having to go through all the collections folders. I also want to mention that this is not a trick to make the pack look bigger. The number of samples you see on the product page does not include the number of the loops from this folder. I really like this kalimba here, so I'm gonna drag it in, match the BPM and pitch it to the 5th of the key. Why did I pick the 5th? When you have a chord progression, you can almost always play the root note and the 5th on top of it without it sounding weird. So whenever you have a one note sample, like this kalimba here for example, you either pitch it to the 5th or the root note of your major chord progression. It's very important to understand this, because with this technique you will be able to make most of the sounds from Gorgeous fit your song and sound great. In the included New Dimensions Atmo bonus pack you can find all sorts of 1 and 2 note Atmos. Whenever you see a sample with 2 notes in the title, they make use of the root note and the 5th technique I just described. So you simply make sure that the first note of the sample is the same as the major key of your song. And if it's not, you just change the pitch. And voila, it fits perfectly with our chord progression. You can see how many options this pack opens for you, and we can just keep adding sounds or a simple respace to make everything sound even more full. With Gorgeous you get a collection of building blocks that will help you create beautiful sounding music. On top of that, you'll also get the drop filler pack, which was previously only available in the full version of Hot Stuff. It's a unique type of plucky loop that will help you add energy to your drops. We're currently running an intro deal with a pretty big discount, so if you want to grab it now, you get it for half the price or even less.